Honorable Mpuuga and the team, do not succumb to any form of intimidation, coercion, or manipulation. Remain steadfast, hold fort, and take the bull by the horns. And if possible, we pray that it should be in the house. Yes, you walk out, and these people continue unabated. They just laugh at you. That these people, the MPs, have walked out. They will come back. Let it not be business as usual. Like the case was during Tojikwatako. I remember Kadaga saying, no, we shall not allow filibustering. We implore you to cause a stalemate in Parliament. We implore you to continue with actions that will make it difficult for any business to continue in Parliament unless these issues are addressed. Because we are all an endangered species. Today I'm talking, tomorrow I might be gone. I might be nowhere. So please stand firm. Second, and related to that, we ask you to roll out programs outside the Parliament. All members of all MPs in the House, we request that we team up with other forces that are seeking for good governance in this country. Not necessarily the political parties, but even civil society and NGOs and whatnot, or religious leaders. We work in concert to deal with the same as a team. So for us outside here, we are waiting for you, our fighters, our MPs, who are at the front line in Parliament, so that we join hands and deal with this situation. Third, we are seeking to discuss with the colleagues in other political formations, political parties, to work out a network, and deal with the situation as a team rather than individuals. Rights have no color. Rights have no political boundaries. Rights have no ethnical divides. They are universal in nature, and they should be dealt with as such. Rights are universal, and we should work out that network. So we are ready in discussion with the colleagues in other formations with a view of coming up with a framework on how we are going to build the synergy and also join efforts, join hands in dealing with this vice and the violation of rights. We are, amongst the actions we are contemplating, sharing with the colleagues, after working out the network, is how to pursue these matters in a multi-pronged manner. We have to adopt a multi-pronged approach in dealing with this situation. Yes, there are challenges with the litigation, but we are considering again challenging these actions at international level. We step up measures. Yes, locally we can continue, but we want to step up measures to deal with the same internationally, so that we pursue the ICC matter jointly, number one. Two, we take these matters, also we challenge them in the African Court on Human and People's Rights. which sits in Arusha. But this has to start again with inviting the African Commission on People and Human Rights to investigate these matters. Yes, I know the African Court on Human and People's Rights has got limited jurisdiction. But we can always explore ways, and we are discussing all this to see how the African Commission on Human and People's Rights can commence investigations with a view of prosecuting the perpetrators in dealing with these matters at that level. So we want the African Commission on Human and People's Rights to intervene in these matters, conduct thorough investigations, and propose actions which can be handled even in the African Court on Human and People's Rights. The other tier is the East African Court of Justice. Of course, we know it is also being influenced. Yes, the head is from TZ, the justice is from TZ, but there are those who sit on it from Uganda. But still, we are also considering exploring that, so that we bombard that particular court with thorough of cases from Uganda. We file a number of cases from Uganda here. We knock at the gate of African Court. We want to knock at the gate, at the door. No, we want to knock at the door of the East African Court of Justice on issues of human rights. We want to knock at the door of the African Court on Human and People's Rights to investigate these cases in Uganda, the door of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, the ICC, and all these other international institutions, agencies, and forums, so that we deal with this matter of gross violation of human rights in the country. And finally, we want to also, using this framework, we are going to discuss with the police and other formations to reach out to the people so that they also resist these violations. Because under Article 3 of the Constitution, which we have already talked about, commands Ugandans to resist any tendency which is outside the parameters of the Constitution. So it's a command on the part of citizens, Ugandans, to resist this. So we want to share this with the Ugandans to deal with the same in a mass campaign on violation of human rights. And the very final one now, the very, very final one. The judiciary, yes, they act on evidence. They have to be moved. But you ask, I want you to compile a catalogue of all the cases where they have issued writs of habeas corpus and they have been defied. There are so many. Before we even talk about individuals who have not filed writs of habeas corpus, but quite a number of them where they have issued these orders, they have been rendered nugatory. A nugatory order is one with no value, useless. So many of the habeas corpus orders have been rendered nugatory. 2, even where complaints have been filed, they have feared, courts have feared to summon high-ranking government officials, especially within the security echelons. They have refused to summon them, to subpoena them. Let me ask you, in all these cases that have been filed for habeas corpus, because they are there, I've asked you, have you seen the IGP in the corridors of court that is responding to an order of court and habeas corpus to come and account for the disappearance of these people? Have you seen the Minister for Security appearing there, or the Minister for Defense? Have you seen the head of CMI, the head of JAT, the head of all these agencies that are responsible for the disappearance of our people? And there are some habeas corpus that have been issued. Why are they not subpoenaing? Why are they not summoning those particular high-ranking officials within the security circles? Why? They are fearing them. This is what we are saying. So let them not hide behind legal gymnastics here. No. They should uphold the oath they took to administer law without fear or favor, ill will or affection. Because that's what it means here. I'll tell you, for example, the number of habeas corpus cases I've handled. And some are even pending before court right now. But they are just like this. So that is the state of affairs. So, two, there is also the notion of activism. Judicial activism. It's the reason we have employed the judiciary, to have some kind of paradigm shift. Because what we have right now, they are exercising what we call judicial restraint. Judicial restraint is a situation where courts are laid back, they witness matters going on, and they wait to be moved. Gone are those days. Our jurisprudence has since changed. It has embraced what we call judicial activism, whereby courts of law, once there is a matter that has been brought to their attention, they cast the net wide. They cast the net wide and say, no. There is this matter which is before us. Let's get all these people brought into the net. Let's deal with this. They should be proactive, in other words. That's what judicial activism is all about. They should be proactive, not to act like robots, that they just have to be controlled, take this direction, frog march. No, courts shouldn't behave that way. So they should discard that practice of judicial restraint and adopt judicial activism. Have we lost trust in ICC? Yes, I've said we have expressed our disappointment with the way the ICC has managed our case. Several years since we filed it. 2017, such a long period. And up to now, no action has been taken. We cited quite a number of cases of murders, enforced disappearances, which are crimes against humanity. Look at the Rome Statute, Article 5 specifically. And we are sitting on a time bomb as a country. Cases of involving high-handedness of the state in dealing with the citizen. Matters to do with violation of people's rights, torture. Harrowing stories I've told you. Heart-rending stories of people who have been maimed, people who have been killed, people who have been deformed. And the ICC is reluctant to take action. But it's not that we are not pursuing that matter, no. We are saying we are going to adopt a multi-pronged approach. As we pursue these matters in the ICC, let's open new frontiers. Let's deal with them at other levels in the continental bodies, using the continental bodies. We have the African Court on Human and People's Rights. They will sit there and ask, what have you done? Have you approached us? We are just here in Arusha. Why don't you come? We wanted to go there. The African Commission on Human and People's Rights. They have the mandate under the Charter. The African Charter on Human and People's Rights. They have the mandate to conduct investigations. Have you seen the commission here conducting the investigations here? So we want that commission to come here. They will ask, have you moved us? No, we want to move them. Because for the African Court on Human and People's Rights to act, they will say, no, we wait for submissions from the state partners, or the partner states rather. We wait for submission from the partner states to act. But you wouldn't expect Uganda to commence those proceedings. It's the same way actually ICC dragged their feet. Because individuals like myself cannot file a case in the ICC. It's either the state, like they took there Koero, Konye, or Thomas Rubanga in DRC and others. Even Bashir. No, Bashir actually, they moved themselves. It is the judge prosecutor. So that's why we moved the judge prosecutor at that time. that please investigate the crimes against humanity in Uganda, acts of torture and tendencies of genocide, so that you can bring the perpetrators to book. That's what we filed there. So that's the reason now we are saying, let's go to East African Court of Justice. They are here. Let's go to African Court on Human and People's Rights, and also move the Human Rights Commission, the African Commissioner on Human and People's Rights, so that they also intervene. It's until then that if they don't intervene, then we explore other means.